I think a lot of designers are in the dark. Tunafaa kushikana ka designers cause kama yeye maybe ana charge this the same client nikujia and then maybe I quote a higher amount, atafikiria maybe me ni mkora or na mgonga.
Hii town lazima kidogo waanze na overwork, unakuwa underpaid. Kuna time unafanyanga senior role lakini unasikia ni kama unalipwa an intern salary. Desperation ni mbaya. Juu unasemanga tu yes to everything because you want the job.
I once worked in an environment where I was sure I cannot grow. Need to get out of the environment. My skills ziko too stuck where I was. There is no room for improvement. Alafu when you look at your management, your seniors, they are very comfortable. They are very comfortable.
Karibuni tena to Kenyan Design Conversations. Hii ni space ya Mad Vibes, Design Arts, na zile real talks za kudesign, kudevelop na kulevel up maisha yako in style. Ko hapa kukuchanua while continuously upgrading each other, and also ni place ya kuchallenge our own personal beliefs. I know you know that, right?
Hello, karibuni to episode 18. Leo tuko na our amazing director anakuanga behind the scenes. Leo amejitokeza brother Paul Tendo, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Leo tuko na our sparkling amazing Valen. Mwenye at least you bring balance to the podcast here since Chantel is away. Welcome to the episode.
Asante.
Mbia watu ufanya nini? Yeye ni director, nishasema.
Hapa KDK kuna hii part ya kushikilia za co-host na pia the social media manager wa KDK and I'm also a graphic designer.
All right, amazing. Kuna Dave, they'll be the host of the show and it's gonna be smoking. Anyway,
see tonight. My.
Designer, product manager, kitu yote ya design wenite. Nitafanya.
Ki what?
Kitu yote ya design. You call me a design. Okay. Si vile unafikiria. Leo tuko episode 18 na tunaongelea underpaid and overworked, or overworked and underpaid. It's a very interesting topic because kila mtu najua lazima atasema anakuanga underpaid na overworked, when in real sense that utapata ana underwork na overpaid. Shaikwa kwa situation kama hiyo, industry kama hiyo, encountering something like that.
No man, gonna disclaimer kila mtu atasema venye.
I think we should have opposing opinions. Kuna mtu ako overpaid na underwork.
And shaikuwa overpaid once. Hata sikuwa najua kitu nafanya huko kwa hiyo place initially.
Kazi huko.
Unataka kazi? Kuja tuendange mahali. Nikaondoka kaniambia utakuwa na wako kuanzia hapa. This is your workplace. Daily naenda tunapiga story, tunarudi home. Daily naenda namuuliza nafanya ananiambia tulia. Kumbe intention zake ilikuwa in the process pia nianze ku learn something ya pick up your place. And I used to get paid without doing anything. Just catching up. Hakukuwa present kwa office, bado umeshow up, ume-clog in. Na nilikuwa student your time.
So ilikuwa like an internship?
Internship.
Job.
Ilikuwa family.
Hey.
Ni kama budako aliambia wewe mtu, ukijana wangu nataka tu umpe kazi akae busy. Kwa sababu nimeona bangi anavuta siku.
Asisumbue kijiji.
Si bangi ya kawaida. Hii nataka tu mpe kitu akwe tu busy.
Mshikilia tu mahali. Mshikilia mahali uone kama
hakuna potential.
By the way, shout out kwa huyo jamaa sana. Sijui anaitwa Mark. Kuzo wangu wa power.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Valu shawa nini like ushai kuwa una work sana alafu bangi yako iko confused like like the amount of effort you're putting in it's not the effort I'm getting on the other side.
As of now, as of the time tuna record hii, so far sijakuwa na like employment. Mimi nimekuwa na gigs. So sijaikuwa in a situation yenye lazima ni per month job. But I think for my first gig, if I look at it from a point of kazi nilipewa, naweza sema maybe I was overpaid, but nilikuwa deserving. I deserved it. So sidhani nimekuwa in a situation yenye naweza sema I've been overpaid, labda underpaid.
Yeah, but hata gig ina count on this. Si lazima tikwe ni 9 to 5 ama like uko na salary system, no, like tu uko in any field unafanya kitu, umepewa kitu ya kufanya, and then unasikia huyu jamaa amenijenga, ako sure kweli ama kuna job ingine extra anafanya t-shirt.
I'd say at the time I felt like I'm being mko sure ni mimi mnapea pesa. But sai penye niko nikilook back, if I was to do the same job singeifanya na hiyo do. I'd quote something more, because sai nakaa hivi najiambia hiyo kitu nilifanya research, nikafanya the design and a lot of iterations. So at the time ilikuwa do fiti. I was like mko sure hii yote ni yangu. But right now I look back niko, if I was to be paid that right now, it's being underpaid. So at that time maybe ningesema mnani overpay. Mko sure nisiongeze ka posta, nisiongeze kitu kingine. But sahi naweza sema if I was to be given the same amount nikuwa underpaid.
Sasa niko na something a question for you. Do you think that saa zingine because ujai get a certain amount of money and when you get it for the first time una feel labda it has met your value because it never sort your immediate needs? So when you come again then ukikapa industry, for example mtu sasa ametoka shule akipewa gig ya 15k per month anaona ni a lot of money, lakini ndio utakuwa vile na but sasa since ni mara yake ya kwanza kwa hivyo yana feel kuna hiyo excitement.
Definitely.
Au unamaanisha value yako iko kuanga based on like at that time ulikuwa unalipwa unaona ni domo, how you are valuing what you are doing was not as much as unaivalue sahi. So which means ni dynamic. Kuna time yenye kama sahi ukipewa do wengine mingi utasikia hasa unanipea domo. Alafu down the road years to come utaangalia, look back uko like hiyo do ilikuwa kiasi. Do you think inaenda ikichange? Like for example sahi tuseme una charge poster na kitu kama example to punch.
Even as an example. Hapana. Sema hata thou tu. Sema tu thou. Hapana, hata kwa example nitumie kwa 500.
Hiyo thou, sindio? Sahi una feel hiyo thou yenye it's worth it in a way. But kuna time utafika unakubaka uko like hapana. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa less.
Yes. I'd say yes. Kwa sababu kama that one, it was my first ever gig. Ilikuwa 2023 ama 2024. At the time, nilikuwa huko nilikuwa campus, like mambo ni complicated. At the time nilikuwa campus, like hakuna anything hiyo do ikikuja ni yangu. So hiyo time ningefeel
so sasa hivi uko na mtoto?
We hapana. Sasa majukumu ni mengi. So I'd say yes. Cause kama hata sahii kama ile story nyapi alikuwa anatuambia ya ile amount aliyekewa kwa Soviet, walikuwa nafikiria ni do mob, but yeye kwake do yenye ameshika that was kidogo for him. Sasa mimi hiyo do yenye aliandikiwa kwa Soviet nikiweza pewa sahii naweza sema ni do wow. But maybe as I progress, as experience ina grow, kuna time hata mimi nitasema hiyo ni kidogo. So yes, I'd say yes.
Okay. Endeavor. Wewe sasa. Ushaifu.
Mambo ni mingi bana. Hii town lazima kidogo waanze na overwork, unakuwa underpaid. Kuna time unafanyanga senior role lakini unasikia ni kama unalipwa an intern salary. Like una juggle a lot. Nishai work kwa history nimeshinda nikirudia. Nishai work in a place Isao. Wanaitwaje? Ndawaitaje? What's the best term? It's a showroom tuseme. But ya kuuza machineries. Kuuza ma water pump, easy lawn mowers, easy ma generator, you know what I mean? Wana specialize na hiyo. So unaenda huko, kwanza walikuwa na hire graphic designer, kafika huko. Kuingia interview nikaanza kuulizwa, na desperation ni mbaya. Juu unasemanga tu yes to everything because you want the job.
Yeah.
Kaulizwa, okay, unaweza fanya marketing kwa social media? Yes.
Kwani mimi udu?
Hatutaki tu mtu anakaa hapa alafu ana design kwa computer. Tunataka pia mtu ana make sense. Niko like sawa, yeah, I can do that. Luckily enough sijui like kuna watu walikuwa hapo manzi kwa hiyo interview. Hiyo time nilikuwa nimeparara. Okay, looking back nikiangalia episode hata sasa nitakuwa nimeparara. Hiyo time nilikuwa nimeparara.
Kwa mbaya.
Ilikuwa mbaya. Alafu kwa interview na wase mimi mwenyewe hata officially sina nimejaribu, yani officially nimejaribu hapo.
Ile nyekoti ni different na huko chini.
Yeah, hata koti siko na niva tu kashati fulani hapo. Na kanini kiatu nimengangana nimepata tu ya black. Ilikuwa hizi nini Converse za black. Msako hapa nanukia marashi nyingine bro. Unasikia hivi unajiambia hapa sifaulu. Au yashachukuliwa. Lakini luckily enough I think bravery yangu na kuongea ilinifanya nikachukuliwa. Alafu ilikuwa ni kampuni yenye inafika CEO mwenyewe lazima kuja fanya interview na wewe. Which I understand, like if you're running a business you will want to know the kind of people you're bringing into your business. Nikaingia biz. Kwanza wakaniuliza salary yako unataka pesa ngapi? Nikamwambia 45,000. Hiyo kwanza umejibox. Juu haujui the type of workload inakuja. Expectations nini. Huyo jamaa akaniambia sasa kuna CEO na kuna like the owner na kuna CEO. CEO akaniambia wewe fanya hivyo, acha tuanze na 40 tuone alafu pandisha 45. Sawa. Like you don't even question why. Like you are desperation.
The money.
Unaweza anza leo, unajua ilikuwa saa 10. Ilikuwa saa 10 jioni after interview. Unaweza anza leo.
Yes.
Niko motivated kusema yes, lakini kitu kaniambia bro ni late. Ambia tuache niende nijipange alafu nikam kesho. And it was on a Friday. Yani desperation ni mbaya, yani kubavu zangu.
Uliingia job sato.
Walikuwa wanaingia hadi sato. So badala ningesema acha nitakuja Monday, acha nijipange I'll come next week fresh. Niliingia job sato, excitement nini umepata job. Kuingia huko nikapata it's not only about design. There is a lot. So there is like the aspect of retail and wholesale. Wholesale have their own business and their own clients. Retail have their own business and their own client. Ukienda hizi matown hizi Matu, Kilgoris, yani name any town in Kenya, these guys supplies most of those hardwares and tool shops. Their items kama ma power tools, ma drills. Ukienda kwa hizo town ukiwauliza nani ana supply, they will tell you the guy. So niliingia hapo, so I'm juggling between kwanza two different entities, retail and wholesale. Retail have their own requirements, wholesale have their own requirements. I make sure I design, that is like my posters. Kwanza nikaambiwa you have to make 7 posters a day. Nikaanza na hiyo. Now funny thing ni I don't know why some employers are like that, because they give you job and then they don't provide you the resources. So mimi nilikuwa natumia my own laptop.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hiyo laptop yangu ni ile mbaya. Ile time nilikuwa na laptop naasha na kijiko. Like you see how that one is. Sasa unatoa hiyo, ilikuwa unaweza toa
keyboard.
Yeah, you see the cover ya juu plus keyboard, since that was the only way to tunafika hapo. That was the only way ya mimi kuitoa ndo niweze kuwasha. So what I did, I just unscrewed kabisa, like wangekuna ifunika kama hivi, kama blue band nimekalibu hivyo inaingiana. Alafu nikitaka kufungua natoa, I switch it on. So nilikuwa naiwashianga home. Alafu nekala viko bag, nafika ofe, naifungua already kwa on, naendelea hivyo. 7 posters was a struggle with that machine, because hata Photoshop yenyewe ina lag. So I'm pushing these guys, like I need a better machine. They had machines, but unajua wako wame plan anything to do with marketing and marketing, hizo graphics. Wao walikuwa na focus most na sales. Yeah, wasitu wa sales, kazi yao ni kupiga masimu. Sasa wao watu wa wholesale, kutafuta wale wasio mahado kubwa kama Nakuru. Ni aje niko na power mills cement, for example, ni kitu hizi stuff za kuchaga mahindi ama kitu kama hiyo. Niko na power mills 40 zimeingia, unadai ngapi? Alafu unajua ni wale, when you go to search people, they take with credit. So mtu anaweza pata credit ya 10 million na get ana supply you. So they were busy with phones and their computers were basic. Hakuna machine bro. Hapo sasa inabidi unang'ang'ana na design poster 7. To cut the long story short, there was design. They didn't have a marketing department. I was the marketing department. So I was needed to first, funny thing, kutake photos za hizo products, nikuje nizitengeneze poster. No camera. My phone is sasa kama laptop ni hivyo. My phone was shida tu ingine, but nilipush eventually to buy camera. So I was the photographer, designer, marketing. I market on Gigi, Facebook Marketplace, IG, all these platforms unajua. Yeah, and then I'm also tracked with my sales. Niko na nini yangu inaitwa aje?
KPIs.
Target, yeah. Every month. Like it was a place where there was a competition. Even you see how I say on a brag, like, hey, this month I nimeuza 5 million, nimefikisha 5 million already. This month mimi nimefikisha 7 million, you see. Wewe unapewa ka target kako ka meter. Lakini ndio pull your meter is stress, kwa sababu how can you sit down and design 7 posters? Go take photos. Wasiwa wholesale wanakuita. They also need some photos and some editing on some things. There's some documents like, si hata tu kudesign ati posters peke yake, because you need to design things like edit price list, create some catalogs. Yani it was crazy. Nikajiambia yenyewe hapa nilijifunga na hiyo 45.
Hey, you were doing doggy work.
Yeah, after the 3rd month, unfortunately, I just walked out clean. Si kwa ile kwa ubaya, I just say that.
Mbona unasema unfortunately?
Unfortunately kwa wow. they lost me.
Hiyo yako inafaa kwa fortunately.
To them it was unfortunate they lost me, but to me it was fortunate enough and it bared fruits to better things.
Yako ni seriously hata underpaid and overworked ni understatement. Yako ni pro max.
Yeah, and that thing is serious right now in Kenya. You see they advertise we need a graphic designer, and then ukienda kwa requirements ati unajua HTML, unajua marketing, social media marketing. Uko like, what am I coming to do? Am I a social media marketer? Am I graphic designer? We don't have like a clear boundary or line between a designer and someone who's in marketing. They assume, okay, mi hadi nilikuwa naletewa shida za IT. Laptop yangu sijui fine sana. Wewe IT.
Na una unscrew yako.
Wewe ni sawa IT. Sasa acha niwapigie story. Sasa siku moja wakasema like computers zizimwe. There was an IT guy mimi alikuwa anakujanga once in a while. Wame outsource akam sijui alikuwa afanye nini. Yeah. And then there was some lady hapo, I think ni kutokuelewa maneno. Alikuwa tuna kelele fulani. I was sasa down in the showroom taking photos because where I was working it was upstairs. Niko huko chini na take photos, narudi laptop yangu imezima. Nauliza nani amesema mashini yangu? Hata wamesema tuzime mashini. Wamesema mzime hii yenyu because hii yenyu inatumia like Ethernet, it's connected all together. They want to reset that system. Mimi yangu kwa kuingiliana na hiyo. And you know the reason why I'm saying that because hiyo mashini siwezi washa tena.
Hiyo ni kama vile simu inafikanga point you have to charge it kama tuseme cable iharibike or something ama simu charging system vile una charge simu atanango sasa yako ilikuwa working.
Yangu ilikuwa ina work but yangu ilikuwa na jump start, so the power button where it was, you see where kuna power button ilitoka, the thing itself on the motherboard haiko, so what is remaining was just terminals that you unaweza connect. So what you had to do, you had to take something that is metallic in a like complete circuit, so you place in between on a motherboard ya green na vitu hivyo. You have to guess, and sometimes si tutaweka hivi alafu yake, so ulikuwa unaweka unarudisha until utasikia fan inazunguka.
Sasa tunaweza cheka, but I'm sure that time it was stressful.
It was stressful, but looking back it was fun. I still have the laptop. Nilipea bro wangu anatumianga, nilimwambia
ulifix sama na unscrew pia
ana jump start.
Ajue challenges. Sipata nazo kuja.
Ayo yako.
Yeah, so that is my story when it comes to historia being overworked and you are underpaid, and my lesson from this is desperation is, first of all, it's a very bad thing. Itakufanya uje fix in a box yenye itakuwa ngumu kutoka. Na understand kuna hiyo pressure yenye unataka we get the money, but sometimes inakuanga ni hiyo desperation inafanya unakubali kitu just because you are looking for after that usema kuna hiyo inakam, but you don't know what it will take you. You don't have peace. Mimi nasemanga you rather get paid hata kama ni kidogo but you have peace in a place you're working than being paid more alafu hauna peace of mind.
That reminds me, I once worked in an environment where I was sure I cannot grow. Need to get out of the environment. My skills ziko too stuck where I was. There is no room for improvement. Alafu when you look at your management, your seniors, they are very comfortable. They are very comfortable and they want you actually to do it. So the problem was we used to work for 9 hours. But under these 9 hours, there were certain KPIs that actually you need to meet them. So there is a tool that actually tracks the way you work. In case you are idle.
You have to cover up.
You have to cover up. So you can end up working for 15 hours.
So you mean like you are you're like in a conveyor belt, you need to be like a robot.
Exactly.
Working. Hakuna tile.
Kai.
Ni hivyo. Alafu at some point they come or they trick you with something like, oh, there is incentive for whoever gets this percentage, and then I was like, but imagine people used to work.
Mbona na sound familiar na mali mimi nilikuwa na work pia kidogo. Keep going.
The problem with the place, they used to overwork us, and there was no room for improvement. And you could work there for hours and hakuna your return for value that you're giving the place, because it was a BPO company. It's outsourcing you to actually do the work. Maybe they are middlemen.
Yeah.
Or conmen.
Si middle. Con.
Because I worked studying for sure. A client maybe I'd come a bid for a certain amount, and this is what the senior most, the junior most associate anafaa kuwa paid.
Yeah.
But for them, they had to do some shortcuts to maintain the business. So you had no other way, and because of what you've just said, desperation. Because when I got that job, I never asked for my job description. I was like, oh, this is work. What do I need to do? I'm flexible. Kwanza,
Can you work anytime? Hey.
Under pressure.
Hata saa sita.
And then they keep reminding you. You know, it was that toxic until the management keep reminding you. You said you can work under pressure. You are flexible, so they can switch even shifts. Today you are at night shift. Next week you might be at day shift.
Okay.
And remember, you need to recover for those hours that you had not accumulated for. Na salary ni hile jamani, ni hile.
Ilikuwa the same for everyone. Mwenye alikuwa anafanya hiyo kazi.
Sasa hapo ni another trick. Ungepata you're working with someone who doesn't even meet those KPIs. Anaendanga home mapema. Hajai recover.
And then?
Ana earn more than you.
Like, okay, how does he or she evades the trap? Ama kuna watu, ama there is a backdoor, they are doing something.
Actually, there are stories around in the company. Because that anime recently, I was conducted. By the way, wakiwa huko nje wasikie na si watishi, never to release data. Niko na lawyer. Lawyer wangu alinikataza nisishare hiyo data kwanza. I was conducted with a certain it is a company, it's a firm for lawyers in the US. So the company I was working for was outsourced by disclaimer.
Yeah.
Dita atafanya
So I think it has been investigated since the drama surrounding the Russian guy.
Yeah.
And it was one of those products I worked for.
The Ray-Ban.
The Ray-Ban. So there are issues actually. So since then they have been investigated because they think before the product was rolled into the market, the Meta violated some of
workers.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Nilisikia story like where people were working on some very ndasemaje, like you are given images of murder, child abuse.
Hiyo nilisikia.
Child abuse.
Nyinyi ni hao sasa.
Pornography.
Yes. Man unapata unapata jamani. Alafu
anafanya pia una mbao sasa. Wewe unaona akinyoge unaamka pia unaingia lu. Wewe unamalizia huko na
anafanyanga nilikuwa naamka kwa hiyo machine. Nenda napiga la narudi. So unajua hiyo ni obviously watasema ni idle. Then I leave that task. Ikiwa hivyo on idle. Then huyo team leader akikuja na mwambia, can you enjoy watching this? Let's watch together. Let's watch together. Then sana kuja angalia anasema mkimaliza.
You had
It was creepy, man. Those images and videos were weird. And remember, underpaid. And you're watching those kind of content, reviewing them, you know.
Inakupea hata PTSD. Cause ukienda ulale hivi alafu ni mtu yale kwa anakata shingo. And so unafanya hivi, you have to do it because I think it's content moderation. They need to teach the AI on how to moderate content. Ndio mtu akiupload kitu kayo, it notices from how it was trained. So you have to see and label them how you see it.
Okay.
So the content was crazy. And I was contacted with the firm. They were investigating them and they wanted me to give them details of their project. Luckily enough, siko desperate anymore. So I didn't take the offer. Niliambia huyo lawyer niko na sister yangu ni lawyer. Unaweza mtafutia kazi? Ako jobless. But hiyo place ili torment sana. Ili torment bora.
So do you think like hii kitu inakuanga ni kama ni some part of it ni our fault for being exploited? Because you said yes without looking at the terms, you didn't push back. Na pia in some way it's not our fault. Like there are two arguments here. Market exploitation. Like especially in Kenya, market is exploited in a way that workers' right ni kitu haikuwa considered sana. Ama ukisaini hizo
ngoja mtetezi wa wafanyakazi ni nani?
Yeah, like it's inakuanga tu for mimi naona inakuanga tu formality. You hata ukipewa contract hata sisi wenyewe, that's why I'm saying sometimes it's our own fault. It's you rarely go through the contract with a lawyer who understands the basic laws of workers' rights. As a kuku advice akwambie, no, this is exploitation, this is better, this is no, push back on this.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Halik Garden Gala, which is located in Nairobi along Wayaki Way, next to Nairobi School, just before the ABC roundabout, where all your plants and garden accessory needs are met. We specialize in landscaping, indoor, outdoor and ornamental plants, fruit trees, metallic flower baskets, fiber, clay and plastic pots, garden ornaments and accessories like wind chimes, garden arcs, benches, bird baths, you name it, just to add that unique artistic charm to your garden. So whether you're starting a home garden, running your office, or even doing it as a hobby, we've got the perfect plant for you to help turn your space into a green haven. We do deliveries countrywide. Visit us today. Let's grow something beautiful.
Alafu na desperation also comes in. Again, desperation keeps coming in because hautakuwa ni time ya kusema acha ni push back. Utajiambia ni push back alafu wape mse mwingine hiyo era.
You really need the money.
Yeah.
So in this environment, they used even to threaten that there are other people. Uko nje ni kutafu.
Kuna watu wengi wanahitaji.
Uko nje wanahitaji kazi. So unaona kama employer anaweza kubuli hiyo place yenye anataka you submit to the terms.
Yeah.
Shida ni, does it mean that pia employer ni game tu, maybe ni system iko ina play to the game?
Yeah.
Because kama huyo employer anajua rights na anataka kuprotect hizo rights mpaka hata anaweza enda court aseme by the way ni operate under the legal framework.
Yeah.
Mbona sisi tunapitianga hiyo place bado?
Ni supply and demand in a way. Supply of jobs iko chini, demand iko juu.
Okay,
Ukifanya mchezo, they paint the picture for you clearly. The other people out there who want this. So are you in or not?
Hata naweza ambia. Si unaona vile unakujanga na ma-CV hapa?
Yeah, so hiyo kitu ni serious if we just tap kidogo into unemployment. So unaona hata hizi stories zimekuwa zikitokea sijui kuna nini KICC. Unaona line mpaka unauliza watu wote hii jobs nne mtapata.
Kama kuna enye nilionanga sometime back ilikuwa I think ilikuwa Quiver hii ya Thika Road. Watu walikuwa wamejazana hata I think wamefika 1,000. Wengi najua
waitress kama 6 ama
was it something like around 16 or 10 haiko hata imefika like 20 or anything. It's at such moments ndo unaonanga yenyewe tuko pabaya bila umesema tu the supply and demand.
Na tusisahau pia another part. Nilikuwa naona tu report ya and a certain report survey it happened to over the week. Like a lot of people were exploited to sexual violations in order for them to be offered work.
Hata kuna statistic.
Kuna story nilikuwa nasikia ni law firm. Kuna wamama fulani hapo wawili. Ulikuwa kama wewe ni chali ukiingia huko. Unaitwa kitanda, lazima upande kitanda. Na nikajiuliza mbona sikuwa sign up to such company?
Ungepanda?
Unapanda kitanda ushapata kazi. Uko na mamas. Win-win.
Utajipata pale Telegram. Utajipata hapo Telegram review tu.
As unasema no recording.
Hauwezi jua. Hadi hizi BNB zenye tunaingianga ujuange mali ziko. You never know.
Kai kama juzi nimeona enye ilinishtua. It's a wall clock and then iko na a camera. Like you can't notice. Hapo juu kwa number 12 hapa hivi kuna kabla kuna just uta confuse na hizi zinaitangwa aje tutwa minutes.
Sema 2 minutes.
Utafikiria ni hizo but ni camera na inaona clearly. So nilikuwa najiambia what if it's in a public space kama not even public kama tu an Airbnb or even it's ni kumoto.
Hiyo ni business. I think watu wa Airbnb wanafukwanga na hiyo wizi ya ku offer their space but also after you go they take your videos, they make money out of it. Anyway,
nilikuwa na try kutafuta hiyo
story
but nimekosa
statistics.
But tuambie tu uko maluliona. Tusishtuke mimi naweza faint.
Hiyo wall clock. Unamaanisha cut hapo. But kama ni hiyo wall clock nilibump into mwenye anauza ki-advertise.
Hiyo I think ni poa ya kushika watu wanakuwa na house helps kama wanataka kumonitor they work at home nini. But I don't think it's best to use that for sexual exploitation because there's a lot of money with story na easy recorded scenes unatupa hapo nini hata OnlyFans sidhani hizi kina zinaanza na P na ingine inaanza na X. A lot of money and it's not you, it's your account to get the money. So unfortunately mwache kuenda BNBs. Mbona mnaenda huko? Simtafute watu wenyu mkae nao kwa nyumba.
Well, back to underpaid and overpaid. But
at these online jobs, why do they exist? Does it mean that the person posting those online jobs for people to maybe apply them on these online platforms ameshindwa commit value real person mwenye anaweza do the real work? So they are looking for cheap labor and they know if when they get you actually they are going to save some amount than kama wangefikia a dev.
hiyo pia iko na two sides kwa sababu kama some startups tuseme hawana like a physical office or anything, for them having remote workers makes sense. So hapo si hakuna part ya exploitation, but the other part that I'd think ni exploitation ni yenye I have a firm based in the maybe UK and then I come outsource labor here in Kenya because I know pesa yenye nitalipa huyu in maybe UK is like 3 times what I would pay huyu mwenye ako Kenya. But then again unapata hata ukipewa hiyo job it's still good money for you.
I think what you're saying is true, but there's a differentiation here between online jobs and remote work. There's a difference. Online jobs ni hizi sites zenye unaendanga you get a task. You do it. Kuna ingine ilikuwa inaitwa remote task. Baba si nishafanya hiyo kazi. Nilifanya tasks sijui ngapi. Ndio finally napata $1.
Sijafikisha hata hiyo $3 sijui kwa nalipwa nini. Hadi sikuwa withdraw kitu huko.
Nile yenye unaambiwa you can't withdraw kama hujafika let's say $5.
Alafu ndio raise your 5. Utakuwa umefanya ilikuwa tunaitanga mjengo. Hii ni mjengo like ilikuanga hivyo. So kuna that's why nasema like I'm painting the picture. There's remote work and there is online job, of which it's a very fine line. You can confuse the two because remote works ni an organization from abroad is looking for talent somewhere else, cheap labor. For them, yes, I understand. Some of them, they're not doing that because of exploitation. Some of them are doing that because of funds and resources. They have raised capital, of which if they look in their market space and the talent they are seeking for, huyo mtu akimlipa tu salary ya miezi 3 wanasota. So they look for alternatives. They find good talents out there, and actually these good talents want to nurture that talent to a level yenye inafika mahali you grow, and even they uproot you from where you are and they take you where they are and you grow with them. So it's a good thing. But there's the other part, which is online jobs. Examples like hizo remote tasks ilitokanga Kenya, I think itolewa. So what we used to do was Tendo anajua anapiga hapa story, but we've worked with Tendo in the same place. And what he's actually saying
you can relate.
Yeah. So when we were getting out of tukitoka huko tulikuwa tukitoka hiyo job kifika home, so you're looking for a side gig. Things were like remote task. You do it like on a weekend kama leo. Hey, you sit there manze, like you do tasks zenye unalipwa cents. Unafanya unapata to raise $0.75. And you work like almost more than 8 hours hiyo siku. So going back to that point, there's some level of exploitation there also. You're overworking and being underpaid. And these people are, what they're doing actually is they are getting good deals out there and they're coming to underuse or overwork other people, especially in global south, the African, Latin, Asian continents where there's cheap labor. They understand mtu kimpea $1 kwa siku umemsaidia, because they look at poverty line and they say there's people in Africa who live below $1 a day. So imagine upe $2 kwa siku
umemjenga,
which is not true all everywhere, especially where people have internet and they can access your job. These people cannot live below $1 a day. It's very, very, very low and very cheap.
What I'm getting from this, I think a business of design, business in design or business of design, whatever it is, should come haraka sana.
Quick, fast.
Probably we are undervaluing ourselves and we don't know. Bana me confirm.
Umeconfirm?
So I confirm ukasema looking back. Maybe you're undervaluing yourself na unafikiria maybe you're overpaid.
Yeah.
Ama you're good, but generally we need to understand our worth, how we price, the deals we get, the contracts we sign, people we work with. And then I have a problem. Nakasongo type of people. Right? We can't be blaming other people for doing what you are doing to other people.
Yeah.
You're actually practicing what you then you're busy shouting, one down.
Yeah.
Una subject watu under situations where you can't work comfortably.
Yeah.
Someone is not growing. If we want to keep the country going to the next level and we are not actually nurturing something, it's concerning. We'll keep on underpaying. Tushakuwa slave. Your place unasema?
Enyewe ni slaves.
Nilikuwa na attack, naambia watu siwezi attack, nashikilia kwa mkono. Kwa sababu every time nava hapa, it keeps me reminding me when mimi ni slave ninakaa Nyororo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, kuna vata.
Wow.
You can't go there.
A beautiful chain.
Yeah, beautiful chain inakaa kama unafanya kazi Safaricom.
Dennis Itumbi ashawai write an article about that place before he was in government. Before this Ruto's regime, that was Uhuru back then, speaking about that place and how they're putting people in the warehouse, stacking 1,000 of people in a contained space in a warehouse to work and overworked and being underpaid. Amai raise hiyo kitu ikaleta noma. Even twice, after there was a time when the time ya COVID was taken to Nimanzoni, Ali raised that again. But away from that, is I think designers need to understand. We just need to shift focus here to mindset here to kidogo to start understanding impact rather than effort. If you start understanding impact, you will charge nicely, you will charge fairly, and where pia tota benefit. But if you approach this thing with an effort mindset, effort achia mjengo. Isi kazi ya effort. Ni kazi ya impact. Look at the impact you're bringing. Organize yourself. Structure your pricing model around that. And hiyo kitu business of design or business in design. I think we've been talking about it for quite a while. We need to actually start taking action on it as a course, because I think it's going to solve a lot of gaps.
Yeah. Kwa sababu umenikumbusha when we had the Feb webinar, that the topic, what was the topic? But I remember webinar ikiendelea, kuna point ilikuja ya, hapo ndo tulipata idea ya topic ya pricing. The people wenye walikuwa hapo, let's say a majority, thought it was okay. Unajua, I mentioned something in the lens of the posters are 500, and then a number of them were like, kwani inafaa kukoa? So to add on that.
Wanalipishanga punch.
Like for them wanaona, this is what I've been charging, kwani I should charge more. So I think a lot of designers are in the dark, and not just for posters. Kama hii wiki juzi kuna huyu mse hutufuata on TikTok anaitwa Dennis Graphics Kenya. Kuna poster limake like advertise kazi yake. So it was this roll up banner. Nitaonyesha nyuma ya tent. And amefanyia kazi a government body. And then somebody in the comments akamuuliza, how much is designing that? Akasema design, printing and installation. Sijui kani mention. the price.
Kama aliandika.
Mimi nasoma Kenya ilikuwa hapo. So akisema design, printing and installation 8,500. Huyu mtu akakuja akamwambia mbona unabembeleza serikali hivi? Charge them high. Because actually when I saw that amount I was like hapana. You should have quoted something more. So it goes to show that tunafaa kushikana ka designers, because kama yeye maybe ana charge this the same client nikujia and then maybe I quote a higher amount, atafikiria maybe mi ni mkora or na mgonga. We need to unite, guys.
Then episode ya guest alikuwa Peter Mungai akituambia venye you need to charge everything. You charge everything.
Ile yenye ukiamka umekula, umeoga,
umevaa boxer ya pesa. Kiatu yako ni how much, nini, fare ni how much mpaka ufike huko kufanya hiyo kazi.
Machine yenye unatumia.
Machine umetumia, vitu kama hizo. Akasema pia venye tunafaa kukua pamoja ka designers to in case. Kwa nini ule designer anakatanga achukuange kazi ya punch, lakini behind the tent yeye anachukuanga hizo designs za punch. They need to do, inamaanisha there is a problem somewhere.
A big one.
I think tu ni hiyo tu nimesema comes down to that effort. Si tunaangalia how much effort will I put into this, but that's not the case. How much impact is this design going to make? Going back to also when Peter Mungai alisema in the episode, wear and tear, for example, your machine. Na go through wear and tear. Kiti unakalia cushion. You need to consider bana, hii kiti inakaa hii time inakaa hapa.
Hata mgongo yako. Your health.
So I think that's the case too. Ni designers, we need to work together. We need to figure out how to start charging with an impact mindset in Kenya. If a few of them start, because hiki tu ni naitwangaje tam kizungu leo words zikuji. Nikikuwa na homa ni kuambukiza, ni contagious. Ni contagious, like kwa nini hao walistuka ni punch like even on a charge, because they have come to the market na wamesikia punch. So they put their price around that ndo wasifukuze client, pia waweze kuattract client. So hebu imagine to shift mindset, si wote tuingie in impact mode na tuko na level fulani ya yenye hata ukipewa hiyo do you still feel good. Watu watatoa do, watakata. Watasema ai Kimani bana ni design yanga na punch, wewe mbona unaniambia hii pesa yote?
Na pia kuna kitu ulikuwa umemention, sijui ilikuwa on the podcast ama kwa meeting ya communicating strategy. Because it's not just colors and a font. Because hata mimi, if I wasn't, before I came into the design field, singeelewa this is what it takes to design. Because I would have been, because hata time tulikuwa tunasoma, nilikuwa naangalia hivi niko hii poster tu ameka a white background, ameka words hivi na amelipwa hizi pesa zote, kwa nini? Hiyo ni kazi rahisi. So until time when you umeketi hapo, you start realizing design thinking is also a thing. It's not just and words. You also have to consider who are you designing for. Because designing enter designer kama like a club that attract maybe Gen Zs is not the same one that can be used for baby boomers. Kuna
ama nini XYZ
crickets. There's sasa nilikuwa wapi hapo, there's a lot of work that goes into
baby boomers. It's not the same design when you create your baby boomers compared to the club ya Gen Zs.
So kuna hiyo aspect ya there's something that was also mentioned, sijui kama ni wewe ama ni Mose ama ni nani aliyoes ama ni Mariga, akisema educating your client, because before I got into design si kulikuwa najua this is what it takes. And then pia kama item tumekuwa na Glow, ulikuwa natuambia like, after the JKUAT event ndo alianza ku notice like the billboards and hivyo, because I might be paying you 500 because mimi nafikiria ni kazi rahisi hivyo, but if you tell me this is the process, you take me through that, nitaona yenyewe there is value for what I'm paying. So kuna hiyo part ya communicate strategy na educate client wako pia in the process, because labda hata hajui. That's why ako hivyo. So nilikuwa nasema hivyo kuanza hiyo question ya is it our fault, is it exploitation? Yes, kuna exploitation, because kuna mtu anajua kama mimi sahi maybe najua what it takes. Maybe nipate kazi mingi and then I'm looking for another designer. Mimi najua nimebag let's say 2k for this design, but nitakuja nikwambia unaweza ifanya nikupe punch. Like I'm exploiting you because najua you're not even negotiating. Pia kuna hiyo point ya negotiating. Because umefanya nikumbuke hiyo job yenye ulikuwa unakuwa paid a different amount.
I think to summarize na tukikafunga, yes, you share your last thoughts. It all just boils down to impact. If you understand impact, you will communicate strategy that takes you to that impact. If you communicate strategy, you will be educating your client. And all your pricing will encompass the impact that you are bringing on the market, to the client, to the business. Business inataka wanauza jaba juice.
Msamaje.
Wanauza chupa punch, but they want to raise it to at least 3,000 a month. How am I going to help you guys to reach 3,000? You will approach design by strategizing that design iweze kufikisha the 3,000 bottles a month. How you present it to them, you'll be presenting in a manner that speaks about that impact. I'm doing this and this because of this and this. That's strategy you're speaking. And as you're doing so, your clients are learning. Like, okay, kumbe design can also come in and play a major role. See to marketing. And then as you're doing that, you're also looking at it from a point of, wow, these guys are selling 500 bottles. Each bottle they are selling at 700. Multiplied by 3,000. These guys are going to make this amount just because of my job. And you say, what if I just charge 10% of that? You see, you'll be charging impact. Na hata mwenyewe utafurahi ukikula hiyo pesa. Yeah. So you too, I think to mindset shift to kutoka from effort. Shida yetu si uangalia like umedeliver. After kudeliver uangali post that like client amebambika na job iko sawa. Msikomea nipeka kitu yake. But look beyond that. Look at the impact. If you begin looking at the impact as you coming back, everything else will change. Yeah.
Nice, interesting.
I will echo another interesting guest alikuwa hapa. Ni service designer. Alifanya nikakuwa na niko sure Lian mwenyewe kuja kutuambia tu venye ni service designer. Alisema if you love what you do, you will keep doing it. And if you're being underpaid, inamaanisha unanungunikanga almost every time. Utakuwa forced to quit what you love to do. So if you enjoy what you're doing, you will keep doing it. And as designers, I believe we need to continue making the world a colorful place. And this month, by the way, before I forget, we have upcoming events. 25th tutakuwa pale Zindua Parkland Plaza. More details zitakuwa shared. Kuna link ya kuregister, itadropiwa hapo kwa description box. Kindly register. Tukuja tuchanuane. Ndio mtu asiandape mtu. And then another thing to the clients, I believe your part ya to educate them, people just need to pull up. Because I understand other people understand what it takes, but they just ignore it. They know everything. They know people are desperate. But at least now that we have a community, if we all converge there and we try to educate each other, to find good clients, good people who are ready to meet that value.
Yeah.
And your value needs to be paid.
Perfect.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Halik Garden Gala, which is located in Nairobi along Wayaki Way, next to Nairobi School, just before the ABC roundabout, where all your plants and garden accessory needs are met. We specialize in landscaping, indoor, outdoor, and ornamental plants, fruit trees, metallic flower baskets, fiber, clay, and plastic pots, garden ornaments and accessories like wind chimes, garden arcs, benches, bird baths, you name it. Just add that unique artistic charm to your garden. So whether you're starting a home garden, running your office, or even doing it as a hobby, we've got the perfect plant for you to help turn your space into a green haven. We do deliveries countrywide. Visit us today. Let's grow something beautiful.
All right. Unless there's any other thing, but if you've made it this far in the episode, that means you've seen value in this episode. If you're new here, welcome. This is KDK Community. We see ourselves as design community. If you've been here, please subscribe if you've not subscribed, like and share. And today I had the opportunity to sit with the amazing people. If you're new here, we have our director, Mr. Paul Tendwa, and our amazing hata sina words za kusema.
Fantastic darling.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's also a social media marketer called Val, and I have been your host, Dev. And make sure you check the links below. We have listed a lot of things there. We have our community WhatsApp channels. We have other social media platforms that you might find us. We still engage away from these episodes. We get to answer your questions one-on-one. We have upcoming events. We have merch that we sell. Also, if you're interested to support us, we also have pay bill or
Inakwanga
something there for cabbage kidogo.
fanya hivi kama Musa leo endo una teremka chini.
Yeah. we are a growing team. We are a growing team. We have Mose, who's away today, not with us. We have Mariga, also away. And we have Chantel. Those are also part of KDK members, and we look forward to having all of them in one sitting as we continue engaging in more conversation. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let's catch up in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.